Hi YouTubers, it is Thursday and I have class on Monday, the first day of classes, but I am still wrapping up. I talked a little bit about my first semester wrap up, my second semester, and now I'm about to give you a little bit from my summer semester because I did take two classes, 6 hours. I am again I'm a part-time student. I work full-time at the school that I go to. And because of that, to stay on track, to try to stay on the same pace as the full-time students and to graduate in 3.5 years instead of 4 or 4.5, I have to go in the summer semesters. So it was not that bad. My exams for the second semester were over. Then I had about 2 weeks or a week and a couple days, and then summer semester started. It started, I want to say, at the ending of May, and then it ended like the first week of July, second week of July, like the first day of the second week. So I did have a few weeks to almost a whole month to enjoy my summer break, or what was left of it. And I actually took a trip to Miami. I got to hang out and do nothing. And I am the type of person that I guess I kind of like school. I'm admitting that now. But it's not that bad for me. I don't know if I like it, but it's not as difficult. It's not a challenge or that much of a task for me to where I just dread it that much. So if I get like maybe 3 or 4 weeks of a break, I'm good to start again. So anyway, my summer plan. So basically, I took family law and taxation. Tax law, boo. But the professor that I had made it so fun, and she did like a trivia thing a couple minutes before class started, and she used her family members and her own personal stories to make the tax class enjoyable and kind of a little funny. So it wasn't that bad. I will say personally, I don't feel like, I don't know, sometimes I felt like I was just there, not paying attention, and I probably was. But I will tell you that in both taxation and family law, I got a B+, which is a 3.0 in both classes, which is fine with me. That's a step down from an A-. I'll take it. To tell you the truth, I was horrified for taxation. I thought I was going to get like a C because it was so difficult and the exam was hard. And as I told you before, I use previous exams and previous answers of professors that post them and, to help you study. And I went and asked this professor, and she was like, oh, this is my first time teaching taxation. And I'm like, crap. But this particular professor went to Harvard. She was really brilliant, but she was so down to earth, and she didn't act like that. She didn't act like, I went to Harvard and I catch up, too bad you don't know. She was very nice. Basically, she did a PowerPoint of the problems in the textbook, and it really pays to listen, like really listen to what your professors are saying, because she told us at the very beginning of class, if you just focus on the problems, if you just do the problems and you know what the problems are, the exam will be fine. So the exam was literally like she took the problems, put them in the different fact pattern, and made an exam out of it. So I thought it was lengthy. I thought I didn't have enough time. And because of construction issues, the law school allowed us we had exams online. The problem with that is the website that we used to upload did not have a timer for you. You had to time, and I forgot to time. So I actually turned my exam in 15 minutes late. But she said that she would kind of give us some leeway on that because we'd have to upload and everything like that. So it wasn't that bad. I just really kind of focused on the problems because I was a little nervous about that class and a little scared about it. Family law was my favorite class by far. Maybe it's because the professor that taught it, she was awesome. And then she had personal stories. She took a case to the Supreme Court and won it. And she had really good stories about advocacy work too, and that is what I want to do. So sometimes I would catch myself like just listening, literally like with my hands folded, like, listening to what she was saying instead of taking notes. And then I'd look around the room like, oh crap, I should be writing. But I enjoyed that class. I enjoyed it a lot. And I felt when you enjoy it, you don't feel like it's not as difficult as the other classes. So I kind of felt good about that exam. That was not an issue. And she was pretty clear, and she gave us a midterm too for that class. So she was pretty clear on what she wanted us to do and how we were supposed to answer. So those are the two classes that I took. Those are the grades that I made. I pretty much talked with a bunch of people and got advice, and just pretty much if you're sitting in the elevator, anybody I can ask, even if it was the same question to different people, I asked, just because the more information that you get, people fear what they don't know. The more information and knowledge you have, the less you need to fear, because the more you know about it, the more you can prepare for it. So that's pretty much what I did with law school too. I kind of, like I said in a previous video, I a little over prepared and kind of scared my fiance into believing that he would never see me because I would be so busy and all this other stuff. But it kind of worked because he took over every last one of the house duties, like cleaning and laundry and everything, and I really, really appreciated it. So I didn't have to do anything my whole first year. And if you are blessed to stay with your parents or live with someone like that cares that much about you, then please let them show them your appreciation, because it takes a lot to sit back and always do the laundry and always do, be the only one cleaning and, for someone else to better themselves. Even at times when I had breaks and I could have helped, he let me enjoy the fact that I was on a break and I still didn't have to do any cleaning. So hopefully, you can kind of get that situation. But if not, it's still manageable, because I did talk to some of my classmates and they, of course, had to do all that themselves. So they got through it, and some of my friends even got A- in classes. So I was trying to figure out my vacation and also my wedding, because I got engaged this summer. And I was going to get married next year in 2014, but I am getting married now in 2015. Still, I was just trying to plan around that, trying to get things done while I was, and that was another thing why I felt like I wasn't there. Sometimes I was actually scoping the internet on wedding stuff when I shouldn't have been. It didn't feel overwhelming. I don't know why. I just didn't feel overwhelmed. My fiance helped out a lot with the wedding, but I've since then put that on hold since it got pushed back. So also with the bar and just planning, like I'm a really, really big planner, because if I didn't start planning ahead of time, as a part-time student specifically, I would not know that I need to, after the fall semester when I can start scheduling my own classes, I would not know that I need to take 11 hours every semester until I graduate and 7 hours in the summer in order to graduate in 3.5 years. I would be taking, just whatever, or maybe still the 9 hours and the 6 hours in the summer, and then end up graduating in 4 or 4.5 years. So it's not too early to plan. I know a bunch of my classmates are like, you already know when you're going to graduate, but I'm an academic advisor, and it's just kind of my second nature thing. Plus, it's kind of like a, countdown. I need to see that date. I need to keep seeing, 2015, December 2015, I'm out of here. It's not too bad. It's not too bad of an experience, but being in school does kind of put your life on hold. It kind of places you at a stop, like for moving, for buying a house, for starting a family, if that's your thing, for whatever it is. It kind of puts you at a halt because you do have to stay grounded to the school schedule. I mean, you don't really have a choice with that. And then you're still at that school and you don't know what job you'll get. It just kind of makes you feel a little bit like you lost a little bit of your control over your life for a while. So for that sake, I'm ready to be done and completely done with taking classes in general. But never done from educating myself. So again, I had a lot of support for work and school and life in general. There's one thing that I do want to say is two things. One, Barbary, Kaplan, Themis, those other bar prep. They have a deal for 1Ls where you sign up early and you pay like $250 and you lock in the rate because they do go up every year. The cost goes up. But you lock in your rate as a 1L, and then so you only have to pay so much when the rest of it when you are a 3L about to do the bar prep. So take advantage of that. It's really quick. You just gotta have $250. Number two, for your bar, I don't know whatever the state rules are, but most of the bars have where you can take the character and fitness. You can do that paperwork ahead of time, and if you do it early enough, you pay like $200, and then it also locks you in, and you've pretty much gotten that part done. And the reason why you should take advantage of that is because it costs less when you do it early. They do give you a discount for that, and also it asks you from like 18 years old to current your addresses, your jobs. Put references down that you didn't list as your supervisors, and a lot of that is hard to remember. So, you never know what all and it even says like internships, externships, part-time jobs, whatever. So if you do a lot of that in law school, some of that will be forgotten, and you might have to go to like an administrative, like a building or, organization or something like that keeps up with that, like the Social Security Administration. So to avoid all that, go ahead and get that done your first year. I know specifically the bar that I applied to, it cost $200, and I just needed to get it done by, I think, June 30th. So take advantage of that, and if you have a liaison for the bar and bar information, meet with them. It's not too early your first year. This law school is only 3 years for full-time students. So meet with them and see what you need to do, and be proactive about everything, because you will thank yourself in the long run, and you won't be sitting there wondering like, man, I wish I'd known this, So that's pretty much what my summer was pretty dry. That was it. That's pretty much what I did. If you have any questions or you need me to elaborate on some things that I did learn, please let me know. And this video is getting a little lengthy, so I'm out of here. Bye.